Good morning, bonjour, and thank you for joining us on this rather damp morning. You're all pretty brave for coming out. Welcome to Mississauga. As you well know, we are at a pivotal moment in Ontario's history. Families are working harder than ever, but are finding it nearly impossible to find a home. We're here today at the home of Leslie and Carlos Aziz, who had the good fortune of having had help from their parents to be able to purchase this home, Leslie's family home, and we're grateful to them to open their home to us today so we can talk about the plight of young people when it comes to securing a home. Young people are delaying their milestones like getting married or having children because they can't afford a home. Our best and brightest young talents are leaving our province in unprecedented numbers. Housing is a necessity, not a luxury. But under Doug Ford's government, the Ontario dream of buying a home has slipped further and further away. This is an issue that I take personally. I grew up in a rooming house. My biological father, who suffered from addiction and mental illness, lived at times on the streets or in shelters. So I understand what it means to struggle to make ends meet, and I know how important it is that we fight homelessness with urgency and compassion. I also hear every single day from young people with good jobs who are struggling to afford a home or the rent on a decent apartment. In fact, my own very own children as well. That dream of a middle-class life is becoming out of reach for more and more people each and every day. You are working hard. You're doing everything right, but you can't get into the housing market. The system is broken, and that's on Doug Ford. This crisis is hitting everyone in this province, and it has to change. As the mayor of the city of Mississauga, I worked hard to tackle the issue and the housing crisis head on. We densified our downtown core to promote more housing supply. We developed beautiful new waterfront communities, reimagined our malls, and encouraged infill developments to maximize the opportunity of this city for everyone. We made real progress on affordable housing, but I'll be the first to admit we didn't go far enough and we didn't do it fast enough. From that, I've learned. I better understand now what needs to be done. Housing is one of the most stressful issues people are facing right now, and I'm committing it to tackling it with the urgency that you need. As Premier, I will deliver more homes that you can afford. The opening act of what will be the most ambitious housing plan in Ontario's history. We will reignite the industry, jumpstart the industry to ensure homes are being built. To do this, this is what we're going to do. First, we will scrap development charges. Those sneaky taxes that add up to $170,000 on the price of a new home. We will scrap the development charges on new homes 3,000 square feet or less. But we will make municipalities whole through the Better Communities Fund. And it will be paid for by eliminating Doug Ford's slush funds, like the Building Ontario Fund and other funds that rewards his buddies, but does nothing to get you the home that you can afford. We need to jumpstart home building, and this will complement the rate drop that we are expecting today from the Bank of Canada. We will also eliminate the provincial land transfer tax, LTT, for first-time home buyers, for seniors, and for not-for-profit home builders, saving families thousands of dollars. We will get more co-op and rental apartments built by removing punitive and discriminatory extra taxes that increase costs and drive up rents. On Doug Ford's watch, Ontario's Landlord and Tenant Board backlog has almost quadrupled to 53,000 cases over the last 6 years. We will resolve those disputes within 2 months and clear the existing backlog of 53,000 cases at the Landlord and Tenant Board urgently. The landlords and the tenants deserve it. We will introduce fair, phased-in rent controls that protects tenants from being gouged and establish a provincial rent bank, the Rental Emergency Support for Tenants, REST for short, a REST fund to help families avoid eviction during financial emergencies. These are big commitments, but big problems need big solutions. We're not here to tinker around the edges. We're here to finally put you first. Doug Ford has failed to act on housing. Under his leadership, we're building fewer homes than we did 50 years ago. Imagine that. 50 years ago, we built more homes than we are today, despite today having twice the population. Doug Ford's record speaks for itself. Your rent is too high. Home prices are too high. And the best he's got is a scam to sell off the Greenbelt to his friends for an $8.3 billion payoff. We can't afford more of the same. Ontario deserves a premier who will fight for young people, who will fight for renters, who will fight for landlords, who will fight for seniors. Not one who sells out to the highest bidder. As premier, I will be thinking about what you need, so we deliver more for you. The dream of owning a home is slipping away for so many families. Together, we will bring it back. Thank you.